Yeah, what's up, how y'all doing? Big M right here. What's up, Beat Dog family? Yeah, welcome to today's edition of Beat Attack, hosted by yours truly, Big M. Yeah, shout out to the Beat Dog Council for setting this up. One love, y'all. This is a very good initiative. And thank y'all for the opportunity given to me to be able to present this to y'all. So it's gonna be you're about to experience one of the best 45 minutes of your producing lives. Yeah, welcome on board with me. It's gonna be a nice ride. Buckle up, tighten your seatbelt, and let's ride. All right. Yeah. So thank y'all once more. One love. Peace out. All right, so let's get started, okay? So once again, you're welcome to this edition of Beat Attack. My name is Big M. Okay, so today I feel so good. I feel so happy. I want us to make reggae together, okay? So I got 45 minutes to show you how I make my reggae beats. I have different kinds of reggae fuse. I have rubber dub, I have the roots reggae, I have lovers rock, I have hip reggae. That's the blend between hip hop and reggae. I mean, I'm just trying to whip something up, okay? I feel blessed to be doing this. Thanks to everybody that put this together, okay? So let's get into the beat making process. All right. So I'm gonna start the recording right now. Okay, so I use FL Studio. So let's go to FL and then we can start working on FL. Okay. So let me turn this off. Okay, we're good to go. All right. So, like I said the other time, I have different fields of reggae, and today I want my reggae to be mid-tempo reggae. Okay, mid-tempo, not too fast, not too slow. So it should be between 80 BPM and 85 BPM, but I'm just gonna stick with 80 BPM. So I'm gonna change the tempo right here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at 80, and then I can turn on my metronome. Okay. Now, this beat making session is I want it to be as entertaining as possible, and I want to dish out every knowledge I got within 45 minutes. Okay, so when making beats, when making music generally, I tell people to always bow to the spirit, but then they can decide to choose what they want. So when you find what you want, you bow to it. You get a point. So that you don't just do what's not suitable to you, or what you don't like in the name of saying you're doing music. Okay, so there are two ways of doing music to me. Number one, the first way is either to do music based on knowing what to play, or based on just feeling something. Now I'm gonna show you the difference. When you know what to play, you already know that when a song is being sung, okay, there is a particular way you have to play to it. For instance, there are some songs that will follow this progression. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 1. Some songs have to follow that particular progression. and you gotta play to it in that particular way, just because that is how the guys play to it, knowing what to play. But now let me show the difference between knowing what to play and actually playing because you feel that song and you want to play it based on your own emotions. Now, a song can have happy melody just like this, because the song is meant to be happy. Okay, it's meant to make you happy. But what if you don't feel happy at that particular moment? You can play the other way around. Instead of playing this, then you play this. It's a lot different, okay? Now, when I'm playing this, I'm playing major keys, okay, in C major chord. Okay, I'm playing C, F, and G. But now I'm going to be playing A, D, and E. Like this. A, D, E. So these are the A, D, E chords that are relevant, they are relative minor keys to C, F, G respectively. So today I'm going to be combining the two theories, knowing what to play and feeling something. It's like combining Mike Tyson and Mayweather. Mike Tyson takes, Mike Tyson is there and then Mayweather is there. I'm combining the two, so I'm creating heavyweight, okay, heavyweight beats. So if you listen to some of my works that I've submitted so far, I like using a lot of instruments, because I believe that that's the only way I can express myself. I like using a lot of instruments, a lot of keys, a lot of melodies. Sometimes when you listen to some of my beats, you feel sad, you feel hopeful, you feel joyous, you feel abnormal, you feel indifferent, So, and that's the kind of way I feel at that particular moment. Okay, so right now I feel kind of normal. I feel kind of happy. Yes, I feel kind of, regular. Okay, but I want a heightened emotion. So let's go play some major keys. Now I'm gonna be making use of. What is it called? I'm gonna be making use of G sharp today because I love G sharp. I love G sharp. G sharp, is really good. So I'm gonna select again. Purity is one of the best plugins out there that every producer needs to get. Purity, I can't stress it enough. Purity is pure, is divine. It's like every source a producer needs. So I'm making use of this chord. This 1 and 7. G sharp, G diminished. Okay? G sharp, G diminished. So that's what we're making use of, okay? 1 minute. So we're gonna be making use of this. We say G sharp and then G diminished, G diminished. G sharp, G diminished. G sharp, G diminished. G sharp, G diminished. Okay, now let's record. We don't have time to waste, people. We don't have time to waste. 2, 3, 4. So what I did is I kind of alternated it instead of having like two, pam 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 pam, like half bar. Instead of having this half bar, pam 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 pam. So I kind of like alternated it all the way to make it sound rhythmic, more rhythmic. You get the point? So I have the first two here, 1, 2. I got G sharp. 1, 2, I got G diminished, 1, 2, 3, G sharp, this, G diminished, this, and so on and so forth. So you can just do it the way you want as long as it interprets to what you want at the end of the day. So I'm just going to level up the velocity, so that one note doesn't sound louder than the other. Although we're still going to talk about notes and extensions probably in the next class. if I'm still given the opportunity to do so. Because normally when I play my chords, I add extensions like the 7th, 9th, 11th, and 13th extensions. You get the point. But today I won't have the time to do that because I'm checking my time. And that's I still have I just used 10 minutes and I still got a lot of things to talk about. So this is done. The next thing I'll do is I go select my guitar. I clone this. Okay. Let's go use this. Now, if you're making reggae, don't ever forget your guitars. Your guitars are so important in reggae. Man, there are two ways by which you can let your reggae stand out. By adding a guitar and by effecting it. Now, let's talk about this purity. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to double this, paste it, move this an octave higher and align it. You get a point, so that everything takes just 2 octaves. It doesn't get too high or too low, so it's just in between, in the middle. Okay, life is sweeter in the middle. Okay, so you get the feel. So the rhythm is kind of like, just jumping around, just jumping around the two notes, the 2 chords, okay? The 2 chords, the G sharp major and the G diminished. So they kind of just playing around. You understand me? Playing around, you know what I mean? Playing around, okay? Normally, I do invert, okay? And when I do invert, I usually just invert in my own way. Okay, now we have 2 inversions, the first inversion and the third, and the second inversion rather. Okay, so, and when you invert, it makes your sound cooler. Okay? It makes your sound cooler. You get the point. So, I just take this down, and at the end of the day, this is what we have. Listen now. Yeah. Alright, so right now I'm building something up, and then I'll take the purity, the 2 sounds that I've created so far, I take them to the channel, and I select free channels for them, and then right now I'll send them to a subgroup, and I call them the melodic mix. But right now I don't want my keys to sound louder than my guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down, pan in a bit, okay? Because after turning it down, I still want to pan it, the 2 sounds, so that they can have, the space for them to operate. You get the point? I don't want a situation where everything is just going to be like, I want it to be like this, just free, baby, do your thing, baby. The sky is big enough for all of us to operate. One major way by which a producer can let his sounds stand out is when he starts panning his sounds. You can have up to 50 sounds in a particular song, and then everything is still gonna sound perfectly. Now I'm used to, I'm used to all these big bands, Metropole Orchestra, and then I listen to them. I see the way things are done, like different sounds, brass, guitars, drums, percussions, and so on and so forth, keyboards, and so on and so forth, strings, instruments, and all these things are combined together to give us one perfect sound. Another group that I like so much is Jazz at Lincoln Center or something. Yeah. I think coordinated by Whitney Marsalis. Whitney, yes. So I'm used to all those sounds, and the way they combine their sounds together, the way it's just thrilling, it's just pure bliss. You get what I mean? So one way by which they achieve that is when they start panning, start leveling their sounds and so on and so forth. Anyway, so what I do is I'm gonna equalize my guitar, and then now if you listen closely to the guitar alone, you hear the tail end. It's having a little reverb and a little echo. Now adding reverbs and echoes to your songs actually lift them up from the ground. You get the point? It lifts them up from the ground. Both effects, they lift your songs up from the ground. They just add a little life. Now, if you're not a master of reverbs and echoes, then what you can achieve is what? Is unlimited. So, let's go back. That's all. I'm going to call it Heal the World. Heal the World. Now, what bass line do I want to use? Right now, this is one of the theories that I said the other time. Playing just because you know what to play. Now, I don't really, have any idea for the bass line. But I'm still going to play something. I'm still going to play something just because I know what to play. You get the point? So I can just start out like. Something like that, and before you know it, everything is said. You get the point, but I don't like this bass. I don't like this bass. Yeah, this is the sound, okay. I got my bass already, so this is how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna alternate it at the end of the day. It's just gonna like sink it into the groove and just blend it up, just lock it down. That's what basses do. They lock grooves down. Basses lock grooves down. Again, basses lock grooves down. You know what I mean? Basses love. Okay. Basses lock grooves down. Basses lock grooves down. Don't you forget that. How can you play a reggae without putting a matters bass line? Now, this is where the trick is. This is where the magic is. Instead of starting on the root notes, I'm going to start on the third. Okay? And play all the way to the seventh. You get the point? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. You get that part? Now, I was just feeling myself, it was not rehearsed, not practiced, not memorized. It just came, like all melodies come. But sometimes we rehearse, but this wasn't rehearsed. So. Okay, so we got our bass line. The next thing I do is I go select my. I recently used some okay. So I'm gonna clone this, okay, and I'll come here and then I'll add it up, like this, just let it keep going, at the point I'm going to introduce a rhythm change, okay, at the point I'm going to introduce a rhythm change, alright, so let's go create the drums now. Like this. Okay, so okay, let me turn off the metronome. Alright, let's go back. Let me just try and fix the drums once and for all, and can get going. Easy peasy, easy peasy. I gotta turn it down. Okay. Now I gotta add a little shuffle. And then this again. And then just I'm gonna be talking less now because I gotta get up with the time frame, Okay. So that's it. That's it, okay? So what I do right now is I'm gonna compress the drums. Yes. Yeah. The drums gotta go hard. They gotta go hard. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna merge the bass and sidechain it to the kick. Okay? Yes. So that's it. Then my crash, add my rolls, By the way, all these are royalty-free samples, so we ain't gotta worry about now, okay? Alright, so now I want to introduce a chord change, which is why I love reggae so much. So instead of continuing with this progression, we gotta change it to something like for like 8 bars and then take it back to. Okay, now let's do it. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, so all I gotta do is, just stretch it out like this. Like this, okay? So I'm gonna just take it back like this, okay? So I repeat the same process, copy and put here. I gotta, speed things up now. Take this up like this, and then bring it down. And I still gotta invert, okay, to maintain the cool sound. And send this down like this. So at the end of the day, we got something like this. Alright, so I gotta play the bass line still. What bass am I gonna put here? Somebody ginger me, oh. Ginger me, oh. I need bass line, oh. Somebody ginger me, oh. I need ginger. Somebody should ginger me. Yeah, I got I got Rasta, boy. It's been a long time I smoke ganja. Somebody should ginger me. I need something to play on my keyboard right now. Chee! Alright. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, simple. It's quite simple to Okay, so I played one wrong note and I'm gonna change it right now. I'm gonna just good. That's all. Okay, let's go. So we're on point on that one. And so what I'm gonna do right now is so I'm gonna just let this play from ear to ear, because at the end of the day, nothing is gonna be ear. Nothing is gonna be ear, and then nothing is gonna be ear. But the chord change will be ear, from ear to ear, and then ear to ear, and then the chord change again from ear to ear. Take this out from ear to ear. All right. Hold on. Yeah, we see on point. No need to worry. We see on point. Take this out. Take this out like this, okay? So we got 2 minutes. I want to make everything to be 3 minutes plus, So we got it. We got it 3 minutes plus. So I'll just stretch these out, okay? And then for the intro, we're gonna have something like this, Oh yeah, I forgot something. I'm gonna go back to it later. Yeah, like this. Just add it, and then let it be. Let this be like. Okay, so for my drums, I like to. For my drums, I like to sterilize it, and the reason for that is to, make it sound better. Okay, so I come to stereo shaper, but before that, let me just add my limiter so it doesn't start clipping. Yes. So let's listen. Change. Did you hear it? Okay, so here I'm gonna put my equal. Okay. Okay. And here again, still put the same equal. Yeah, it works for me like that. And then here, I'm gonna just put this there. Like this. Put the crash, you know. You know. Alright, so we're good. We're stepping up, right? We're stepping up, right? Okay. So 1 minute. 1 minute. Now I want to play my intro. You know. I want an intro here. I love, you know, lead synth, bass synth, you know, fast synth. So I'm gonna just, you know. Let's go check it out. Okay. All right. So let's go. I'm gonna just play anything that comes. Okay. I don't really feel it. I don't feel it. Let's go again. No, let's go again. Ah, come on! Okay. Yes. Let's go. So, I like to add, you know, certain elements in my music that are not confusing, but different. Now, I play this, which normally is not part of the natural scale or the melodic scale. Okay, so and that was even like, you know, I was playing on this, but then my intro solo was more or less on this. Okay, and when you play this, okay, that's the natural. Then I play the harmonic. You get it? So anyway, let's go. Y'all feel that, right? Yes, let's go. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add a little reverb. Let me check my time. Okay, now I'm going to add a little reverb to this. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost it, you know. I'm just going to boost it, you know, it's easy. Now, I keep telling people that You don't really need too many VST plugins to create something fantastic. 1 minute. That you don't need too many VST plugins to create something fantastic. Now, when I was starting my producing career, do you know that I invested a lot of money, a lot of data downloading VST plugins, and I got everything here, you know, VST plugins like 120 gigabytes. I mean, why do you need VST plugins of 120 gigabytes for? You can't even use everything in a single song. You probably will not even touch sound in years. What I'm trying to stress is that it is not about the VST plugins that you use, but the mastery of such VST plugins. Do you know that you can still make use of plugins found in FL Studio and still produce something magical? The only third-party VST plugin that I'm using here is Purity. No, for my processors effects, I'm still using FL Studio stock plugins. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, you can get the plugins you want, but if you do not have adequate mastery of such plugins, there is no way that you can produce something great. Even if you start using preset, do you know that when it comes to a point you get tired of using preset and you start trying to tweak, turn up, turn down, slide up, slide down, and so on and so forth till you get something you want. Well, my best plugins that I use in FL Studio, I'm not talking about FL Studio plugins now, I'm talking about third-party VST plugins. The first one is Purity. Okay, I love Purity. Okay, I love Fab Filter. Okay, I love Waves. Okay, I love Ozone. All right, I love Ozone. And the last one is what is it called? Plugin Alliance. Plugin Alliance. Yes, I use Sonitus. Yeah, Sonitus for my surround. So I use like 6 plugins, 6 VST plugins for all. Yeah, I have Sugar, but I don't use Sugar anymore because it just consumes a lot of my CPU, you know. So anyway, let's listen now. So what I do now is this. I'm gonna add FL keys just to spice things up, you know, just to spice things up a bit. Now let's go. We don't have time. Okay. As simple as that, you know, just, you know. Okay. Now, what I did was just, you know, something to just spice it up. Doesn't matter where it's coming, you know, where it's coming in, you know. It's an element of surprise, you know. You know, imagine while you are singing, you take the first bar, you're about to start the second bar, and then that additional note just pops up to, you know, to fill up that space between the first bar and the second bar, you know, something like that. So that's what I just created. So let's hear. You can hear it, right? So the next thing I'll do is I'll create my rows, okay? Just the way I love it. Now, let's go. Okay, that's all. back here like this, put it back in the drum mix, add a little delay, you know, like this, like this. The delay is too much, so we gotta turn it down. That's all. The crash is too much, so I gotta turn it down. Okay, now this is what I gotta create a counter melody and put it here, you know. Let's go. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Maybe I should just leave it out. Let me leave it out. Okay, so that's all. That is all we've created. Okay, it's been amazing. You know, it's been amazing doing this. I'm gonna stress it. I'll never stop stressing it. I feel like 45 minutes is not enough to do justice to this. I feel like even if I'm given up to 2 hours, I'm still gonna, like, you know, be doing more and more and more and more, because it takes more than 45 minutes to actually mix and master a beat. You can put everything together, like put the keys, the drums, everything together, but it takes more than 45 minutes to actually do all that. So right now, I'm just gonna do a little freestyle on my keyboard. You know, I'm not gonna add it to the main beat, but I'm just gonna like do a little freestyle till the 45 minutes is up. Okay, now I got 3 minutes left. I'm going to play it from the beginning and then continue with the freestyle. Okay, thank you again for joining me. My name still remains Big M. Shout out to the BeatsDAO family. Shout out to the NXM world. Shout out to the BeatsDAO Council for setting this up and wait for this opportunity. I look forward to more opportunities like this. The next time, if I'm given another opportunity, I'm gonna create breaks. Okay, intros, breaks, and create something more of a orchestration and stuff like that, you know. But I'll try to squeeze everything in under 45 minutes. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. One love. Thank you so much. Okay.